Today I'm going to be showing you a very free-to-play friendly Penveid 10 team. The champs are obviously very easy to obtain, and it's really not that hard to get them to a place where they can do this, albeit maybe a little time consuming. But let's take a look at the run. I'll show you the skill setup, and then we'll move over and talk about their gear and some other things to keep in mind as we're going, okay? But you see it's about a minute and a half long. We've got Tristan in the lead, Morgan, Clementine, and Kay. I imagine... Again, we'll talk about some potential substitutions for some of this, but let's just jump in real quick and do one battle, prioritizing the boss. And again, if you have not cleared the stage before and you're having to click start battle instead, as soon as the battle starts, you're going to want to click the boss's picture in the top middle of the screen. I'll show you what that looks like to make sure that you're targeting the boss. You don't need to worry about killing the tusks here, okay? So again, for a repeat battle, you can have it automatically do it, but if not, you just do that, and when you see those blue lines shoot to the boss, that's how you know everybody's targeting the boss, and then you'll be good to go, okay? So, yeah, it's only hard to get to put in the time to get these champs where they need to be to do this, but as far as the synergy that they have and their capability, it's more than there. So very quickly, let's jump in and talk about skill order settings. Pretty straightforward on this one. Everybody is A2 priority and then A1 priority, okay? Nobody's using an A3 right now because it just doesn't feel necessary. I've messed around with trying to have K A3 to kind of passively take out the tusks. In my experience, unless your K is doing absurd damage, this is not gonna pay the dividends that you think it would. What's going to happen is the fight's going to go on a little bit too long. His rage is going to continue to build up, and he's eventually going to kill somebody. And this is the type of dungeon where if you lose someone on your team, you're kind of screwed. Because you're probably not going to lose your healer, which perhaps you could afford to lose late in the fight. You're going to lose any of the other champs that have the capability of really landing some multi-hits and getting through that shield. And if you lose somebody and the shield goes back up, the run's pretty much over. You're not going to get through a 16 hit shield in time to kill him down a champ. So you really can't afford to have anybody die here, which is kind of the annoying part of this. As we were getting our champs to a position where they could handle this, one of the very frustrating things we were encountering was I mean, he'd be this much, his health would be down here, and someone would die and he'd get the shield back up, and it's like, man, we're just this close to being able to do it. So you'll probably encounter that as you're trying to get them to a place where they can do it. But one of the improvements that you make, one level up of gear, one purple star, something will put you over the edge. And even when it starts to look dire, like it looks right now, they'll still do it. They'll still get it done reliably. We have not failed a run since we've sorted this out. So I have no concerns that they're going to do this. So there you go. GG. Easy. Easy work. How long did that take us? That was 1:45. So yeah, between 1.5 to 2 minutes. Good evening, everyone. I'm Chandler Tickgrease. Yeah, the Chandler Tickgrease. Here to let you know about a link below this video that you can click to support the channel and get in-game rewards. And you may be asking yourself, what kinds of rewards? And I don't know. I'm not Chandler Tickgrease, the scientist. That guy's a genius. Okay? I'm just here to let you know about the link. And then they were like, can you convince them? Can you tell them that they really need to click the link? And I was like, no. Chandler Tickgrease is no one's messenger boy. And I'm not a scientist. So don't ask me any hard stuff. Okay? I'm tired of that. Everybody thinks I'm supposed to know everything because there happens to be another Chandler Tickgrease that's a world-renowned scientist. All right? Look, that doesn't mean I'm stupid. I know I said I was no one's messenger boy. But I'm doing the message. Just click the link. But it's, again, very reliable. Since we've had it sorted, we have not failed, even though it looks a little scary sometimes. So let's jump in and talk about the gear and everything on the champions. We'll start with Morgan since she's first in line here. Now, I've made some improvements to my champs since we cleared this and since it's been reliable. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about where they were when I was first doing this before the upgrades that I've made in the last few days. She was, I think, at least one purple star down. So I think she might have had 4 purple stars. And the skill ups here, I don't think are incredibly important, okay? If you can get Squall of Thorns maxed, that would be best case scenario. That's what I'm trying to do. Getting the passive cooldown time reduced on this is very nice. However, If you can get this up for 2 turns, I think it's going to drastically change her effectiveness everywhere, because you'll encounter it a lot where she puts this up right before the boss gets a turn, and then she's basically flushing it down the toilet for 2 turns because no one's getting to take advantage of the debuffs, and then she's not going to do it again for 2 turns, right? Assuming you've got the first skill up. So if you can get it up to 2 turns, even when that happens, we'll still get to take advantage of it. We'll still get to use it. So it'll be a lot less frequent that we're hitting a boss that doesn't have these debuffs, and it's going to make your life a lot easier. So maybe you'll get luckier than I've gotten. I have had skill ups go other places, and now they're very expensive, right? It's going to be a little bit before I get an opportunity to do it again. Maybe we'll get lucky with the next one, and maybe I'll have to do a whole nother round of farming for her. But as far as her relic, we're on her fire relic, and it's at 4 stars. It is not max. It's at level 50 of 60, and I have no skill ups in it, okay? I don't really think that the skill ups are of huge importance to her for what we're talking about here. So no skill ups in the relic. And then gear, I think a vigor set is very good for her. I talked about her specifically in a video fairly recently, and I think she's one of the better candidates in the game for a vigor set. I think you want to be semi-careful where you put these because they're incredibly valuable. So you want to try to make sure you put them on champions that are going to be used in a lot of different places so that you're getting the most out of the set. And she's someone that you'll use in almost every team. As you develop her and really start to feel her effectiveness, you will be rarely putting together a team that does not have her on it. So I think she's one of the best candidates in the game for a vigor set. And then over here, we've got flat defense, defense percentage, and attack speed. You do want attack speed on the ring if you can at all make it happen. And then here, I think defense stats or HP stats, tank stats would be good. I would probably like effect accuracy here, which if I can make that happen now, I can't make that happen now. I might want effect accuracy here though, if I could swing that, because I don't want her missing anything ever. I don't ever want her getting resisted, okay? So that would be my recommendation. Get her in a vigor set, effect accuracy here, HP or defense percentage here, and then probably attack speed on the ring would be my, again, recommendation for her. And then down here, just take whatever you can get. Effect accuracy on the belt is ideal. She has evasion there because that's what I had available to me, okay? So that's it. Just get her ability to survive up and get her effect accuracy up. And she's only got 25, but she's still been pretty reliable with her debuffs. So that's it for her. As far as K goes, we just really want to get her damage up. Now my K had, I think, 5 purple stars when I sorted this, and her relic has been where it's been for a while, 4 purple stars, and it is level 60. So K has been the one we've decided we were trying to max out completely first. She's only got 1 skill up on her character. She does have a few skill ups on her relic, but these are moderately recent as well. I don't know that this is necessarily mandatory. Really, the big one is the A2. We've been pretty fortunate to get a few skill ups into the A2 because that damage shoots up quite a bit. So if you've got skill ups for her, she's well worth them, and it will make your life a lot easier. As far as her gear, we've got her an attack set and a crit rate set with a flat attack here, which again is not ideal, unfortunate. We have crit rate on the earrings, and we have attack percentage on the ring. I would love to get some more attack percentage here, but as we all know, gear is quite the tricky thing to come by. So down here, we've got flat attack on the belt. We have evasion, which I really like evasion on her. Evasion on her is very strong. I've had a couple of fights in arena where the rest of my team gets killed, so it's 1v4, and they can't hit her. And the more that she evades, the worse it is for the team, right? If we take a look at, I think it's actually in her chivalry. After evading, grants self Golden Boar's Resolve, which increases her evasion even more, which makes her harder to hit. And then when she gets a turn, if she's got 3 or more Golden Boar's Resolve, she gets another turn, and she can just keep stacking these. So I've gotten 3-4 turns in a row in arena because they just keep missing me, and I'll end up soloing a team with her. It's crazy strong. It's crazy strong. So if you can get some good evasion on her to get her started, to snowball that, it's really nice. So I really like evasion there. And then here I've got Pierce because it's good on her, but also kind of just what I had. All right. So that's basically it for her. Just get her damage up. Get her damage up as much as you can. Her HP will go up as you develop her, so I wouldn't try to consciously focus her HP too much. But yeah, get her damage up and she'll do some good work for you, okay? Tristan. We've been leaning into Tristan, man. We're trying to make Tristan work. Tristan is not a very popular legendary in this game, so we're trying to... I'm trying to do stuff with him and fill roles and, you know, let him shine a little bit. So let's talk a little bit about him. Now, I do have his A3 skilled up. It's, you know, it's pretty nice. It's not mandatory, I don't think, but it's fine. It's nice. He's at level 60 with 3 purple stars, kind of underdeveloped. Also 3 purple stars on the relic, and it's only at 5 stars. It's only at level 50, so it's sort of underdeveloped compared to everybody else on the team. As far as his gear, I think a speed set is a great idea for him. I have him in an accuracy set as well, and we're trying to get his damage up. You see, he's like 1,000 below K, but that's partially too because we want attack speed on the ring. So I think a speed set and attack speed on the ring are a good way to go on him. And then of course, if you can get some accuracy on him, we're doing it with an accuracy set, but we've just got crit damage there because it's what we had. And then attack percentage here. So he's got a kind of a decent build, if we're going to be real about it. Like, it's not crazy good or anything, but it's all right. And he's here just to help us do some damage, put extra hits into the shield, and put up the slows. The slows are also really nice from him, from his A1, I believe. Potentially his A2 as well. Yeah, here it's attack speed increase. Here are the slows. These are really handy. These help a lot. So, is he like a life-changing champ on the team? In some ways, no. In other ways, he's really helping a lot with the shield. He's really helping us get through that shield. And if I could continue to develop him and get his damage up and get him, you know, closer to being on par with K, that could be pretty nice. Like, he doesn't really have... he doesn't have any chivalry, which I'm a little hesitant to give him chivalry. I think I've talked about this. Because it changes his extra hit to happen when he attacks instead of if the target has protection. But then I'm pretty sure it goes on cooldown, which means he could end up using it when the board doesn't have the shield. And then it could go on cooldown, and then he won't have it for when the boar has the shield back. So I almost feel like this would hinder him in Penveid. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I feel like I don't want to give him chivalry anyway. So, I mean, I guess if I pull dupes of him, I will. But I just don't know if I feel like that's the best thing for him specifically for Penveid. So, anyway, that's our Tristan setup. And then Clementine, I've also done a full video on her. Basically, we just want to shoot her HP up as high as we can get it. She's at 4 purple stars. She also has a level 50 relic with 4 purple stars. We have put some skill ups in her. I think the more skill ups you can get into this A2, the better. Especially for you know, dungeon bosses and stuff. The bigger heals are really nice. We've got her in double life. I'd have her in triple life if I had it, but I mean, I might have it now. I haven't checked my gear in a while, but anyway, HP percentage is ideal. We still have flat HP here, so there's definitely room for improvement. And you could consider going recovery on the ring. If you had HP percentage in the other 2 spots, you could think about recovery on the ring. You could also think about a heal set and a life set instead of triple life. Basically, just whatever shoots her HP percentage and recovery up as high as you can get it. Down here, we've got recovery on her belt and attack speed on her orb. A pretty straightforward build. If you want other stuff out of her in other places, you could think about a couple of other stats, but I think for what we're doing, for just making sure that she's doing the job that we need her to do here, you just want to shoot her HP up as high as you can get it, okay? She's got a couple of skill ups here, which are nice, but I don't know if I think they're mandatory. And then she has a little bit of chivalry as well, so pretty doable, right? Nothing's crazy. And you see a lot of my gear, there's something to be desired. Even my K is not optimized. Like she still doesn't even have attack percentage in all the spots that I need her to. Nobody's really even fully optimized yet, and they were doing this a few upgrades ago. So it is achievable. Now it's going to be, you know, work, because it is a hard dungeon. It is the last dungeon that we have for now for Penveid. So it's supposed to be pretty hard. So just understand that there's going to be some tweaking involved, and you're probably going to end up in that situation I was talking about where you keep getting this close to winning and someone goes down, and it might be the difference in a purple star on their character or their relic, or swapping out a flat stat for a percentage stat, or just some little bump that you'll get that'll push you over that threshold to be able to do it reliably. So I hope that this helps you get it sorted. I'd be interested in hearing what other Penveid 10 teams you guys have going right now. If you're doing it a different way as a free-to-play player, if you're a spender, what legendaries are you using in there that have made it really easy for you? I'd be very interested in hearing what kind of experience you guys are having in there and what kind of success y'all are having. So that's it. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you have a good one. I hope it helped, and I'll see you in the next one.